Ahead in the show, we check out the double act in the slopestyle expression session. X-ray the mind of Andre Birchtold. But to get us into it, some of the world's best hit Front Valley for a chance at gold in the halfpipe.
It doesn't get much better than this. Looking at the back-to-back pipes over Perisher Blues Front Valley for the 2001 Planet X Winter Games. The men's snowboard competition about to get underway. The crowd is out in force.
And first up is Quentin Robbins, the Kiwi. Looking good as he drops in with lots of speed. He's a very smooth rider, Quentin. Nice melon grab there. Good height in the first air on the backside wall. Alley-oop mute there on the second.
And next wall, a big tweaked out Indy right there on the third wall.
And that was a alley-oop 360 up the pipe and a switch 5.
It's a huge pipe we've got here this time. And Quentin Robbins washing off a little bit of speed towards the end, but check out the start.
There it is, the mute, alley-oop, good height, good poise. And look at this one, remnants of Terrier here. Indy, alley-oop, stomps the landing, thanks for coming.
Are you happy personally with that run? Because it looks sick from down here.
Yeah, not really. It was a bit too small. But yeah, didn't crash, so it was kind of cool.
The benchmark has been set. The next guy ready to throw down is Jonas Gwynn.
The Canadian from Alberta, through the hoops and dropping in lots of speed. And a huge McTwist.
Straight off the bat, getting inverted, backs it up with a lean air way out the pipe.
Nice method there. Air to fakie with a melon grab. Goes in switch 5 and very clean.
Check that out, plenty of speed and plenty of fluency through that run.
Now check this McTwist. Travels way down the pipe, gets the grab in, clean landing. Judges will be happy, and here's the melon poke to fakie. Good height all the way for Jonas.
I just dropped in with a big McTwist and continued to keep it big throughout my run.
The crowd is loving it, and how could you not with perfect conditions? The next rider about to take to the pipe is Marcus Whirl, former Australian Super Grom. He's got a bag of tricks that could take out the competition, but can he put it together?
Born and bred in Mount Hotham, Whirly dropping in with lots of speed and a huge Indy to open his run. And there he stomps a backflip with an Indy grab.
This guy is going huge, gets an Indy on there, bones out that front leg as far as he possibly can.
Melon to fakie going into this one, switch and a switch 5 to finish off his run.
Well, just casing the top of the pipe on that last trick. But let's check out how solidly he starts it.
Now look how high he goes here, Mick. Lots of poise, almost stiff leg, tweaks it out as he comes back down, and straight into a backflip in the next air. Gets the Indy, spots the landing, and rides it out clean.
If you lose it up the top, you're in a bit of trouble, but I don't know. Pipe's the best it's been all year, I think. It's good fun.
The images we're getting at this event are unbeatable around the world. And this guy has come all the way from Switzerland to check him out. This is Daniel Sapper.
Daniel Sapper, no stranger to a half-pipe competition. He competes on the World Tour. Airing into the pipe with an Indy, and a big 720 there to start his run.
Bringing the Swiss style to Australia. There's a cab Indy 360.
Gets a lean air out, and a backside 5 with an Indy. Very clean indeed. Tail grab.
Keeping it smooth all the way down to the bottom.
And an alley-oop 540 to finish that run.
Jam-packed is the way I'd have to describe that. Let's check it out again.
Look at that, he gets the melancholy, looks around, reverts it to 7.
So smooth all the way through the transitions. More tricks than anyone almost.
This one works out good. It's not that big, but since the shape is all right, it works.
The women's event coming up very shortly. But the next rider about to drop in is Richard Parker.
Richard is arguably one of Australia's most underrated pipe riders. Got lots of speed on him, smooth drop in, and a big old method to start his run. Then winds it out with a melancholy 540.
He's getting those grabs on and holding him there. There's another one right there. That's the Indy grab. Busting big with a melon to fakie.
And a huge switch rodeo, almost going to 7 there. Unfortunately, butt checking on the way down.
He gives it up to his mates at the top of the pipe. But down the bottom are the judges working their fingers to the bone. Let's check out the replays.
And there it is, the method. Very stylish, tweaked out, keeps his speed, and winds up with that switch rodeo. There's a 5 and almost brings it around to 7, but gets caught on the wall.
That's all time, eh? It's so easy to ride. It's just like, I mean, you can tell by the competition, like guys just been able to throw down a lot better, you know, and just put a lot more decent tricks together, you know.
There's been some big tricks in the pipe. The crowd is loving it. Those boys talking about it, obviously. Drew Heifetz from Canada is the next rider.
Now, Drew qualified for this event through the Sprite Comp a couple of weeks earlier. And you can see him popping into the pipe. And a big old Indy getting hung up on the coping on the way down.
Yeah, Case, that first one, that washed off a lot of speed. He's got a big job here to pump it up the walls.
You can see that big styly 540 missed his grab. He got the Indy on that last backside air. Gets a 7 around.
Yeah, but looks like he's washed off all his speed. There's a fakey mute air and a little hand plant 180 to finish off the Drew.
And check this replay. Gets the Indy, lots of air. Unfortunately, that's where he gets hung up on the coping and loses a lot of speed. And here's where he goes for the 720. He's got the grab, but he's gone to flat again, losing all his speed.
Kind of stuffed up. Didn't get all the tricks I wanted, but I'm happy with it.
My name's Andre Berchtold. I'm 22 years old from Jindabyne, New South Wales. I got into skiing when I was 2 years old. My parents were both ski instructors. They're both Swiss and they sort of got me into skiing when I was young and went from there. Didn't have much choice, I guess. The thing I love most about freeriding or mogul skiing is just you're always outside and there's always something new to do. Different conditions, different jumps, different courses. So it's always exciting, it always changes. I don't really have a favourite trick. I like doing whatever, you know. I sort of do a whole bunch of different disciplines. I don't just jump. That's the good thing about skiing. There's so many different tricks and it's all fun. There's no boundary in freeriding because there's no rules or no one's saying you need to do this or you know, the trick has to be done this way. If someone does something that looks good, then people will try that, and there's always something new to do. People are coming up with new tricks every day. To be the best, it takes a lot of hard work, just putting a lot of time in, mostly a lot of time on snow. Everyone who's really good has had their share of injuries, so you just got to kind of take a pounding, otherwise you won't get any better. The only thing about injury that's scary, I think, is not being able to be out there doing it again, because that's what you want to be doing. Best memory of skiing is probably all the freeride events I've done, because I grew up sort of doing mogul events and they're really, you know, early starts and it's really serious, and sort of freeride events like X Games and things like that are just a lot more relaxed and it's just good fun. It's just like a big jam session with your buddies. It's not like a rivalry where you hate each other. It's just like if someone else does well, you're happy for them. I want to go to the Olympics for mogul skiing next year in 2002. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'll just see how far I can get with freeriding. Winning to me is a bonus, because it's not necessary, I don't think. You can still have a great day. If you've done your best and you win, then it's good, but if you've done your best and you come last, it doesn't matter, you know.
The best thing that we look for when you're starting out to build a half pipe is the steepness of the pitch where you're going to be building the half pipe. Optimum is about 18 degrees. Here we're at about 12 degrees. It's a good starting point for beginners. It's not too steep and it's not too shallow, so they can have a nice, easy transition in between hits. Yeah, I love the red half pipe. It's a lot of fun. It's difficult to do, especially when you're first starting to learn out. But once you start to get the flow of the transition, it just gets better from that day on forth. The snowboarders out here seem to really like the half pipe. What you get with a half pipe machine as opposed to hand shovelers and using excavators is consistency. And we cut our pipe about 3 to 4 times a week, and so that's a consistency that the riders can really rely on.
We pretty much just try to stay together and go off the jump at the same time.
Off the top, he did a huge front flip. I did a back flip. He landed on the flats. It was pretty sick. Then he went underneath me and I went over him. I guess that's how it works, right?
You lie down.
I lay down.
I'll lie down. All right.
No, it was all good. All fun.
Yeah, it's fun. We're just having a good time.
We're just trying to keep it really close and really tight, but try not to hit each other.
The riders are loving it, the crowd is loving it, and everybody can't talk highly enough of Perisher Blues Front Valley here at the 2001 Planet X Winter Games Women's Snowboard Halfpipe event.
And first up, we've got American girl Mani Yamada dropping in with lots of speed. Let's see what she can do. Indy on the first air.
Oh, the sunnies are on. She's loving it. A big old method out the top. She's got the t-shirt on. Everything is in control up to this point. There's a stalefish grab.
A little mute grab on the fourth there. And she spins a 540, getting that around clean, Mick.
They're almost being swallowed up in the pipe towards the end of her run. There's a 360 to finish off. But nice lines right there by Mani Yamada.
And the judges working out the technical aspects of that run. Let's check out the replay, Mick.
Yeah, this is big and lofty. Slaps on the Indy grab and finishes off with a stalefish 360.
It's doing good. It's going to get really soft sooner as the day goes on, but holding up for now.
Everyone trying to get a sneak peek at the women's competition. And the next girl is staking claim on the Australian snowboarding scene. This is Tora Bright.
The golden girl dropping him. Lots of speed, very smooth in run. and starts her run with a method.
There she pumps everything, got a rad style on it. There's a big old stalefish grab, tweaks it out.
Gets another grab in on the third air, and a 360 there.
She's still holding plenty of speed as she does the air to fakie towards the bottom end of the pipe.
And reverts that last 360.
Yeah, awesome riding here by Tora. Let's go to the replay and check out the method at her home mountain, tweaking it out with plenty of style.
Yeah, we all push each other along and cheer each other on. It's really good.
All spectators getting as close as they can to the action. Next rider is the Sydney sider, Katie Brower.
Katie was once top 10 in the world for border cross racing. Let's see what she's got today.
All right, dropping in with plenty of speed. Gonna hit the front side wall straight up.
Big old lean air there with the first one.
Yeah, that was a nice one, going back to back with a method right there.
And the mute grab with that third air, keeping her speed, still out of the pipe with a little slob air.
Yeah, holding plenty of speed. The riders before her have thrown down really hard. She's chasing them right now and doing it well.
She got a 360 in there, a little air to fakie, and another little air to finish off that run with Katie.
Yeah, Katie Brower riding solid with a big lean air.
I don't know what happened on that one. I think I just started off a bit unbalanced and couldn't get my rhythm back.
We have the first place winner of today's half-pipe women's, and that would be Tora Bright.
I'm very excited. It's a great competition, and yeah, the level of riding was awesome today.
First place for the half-pipe men's meter-X Games would be Fuckers World.
Pretty stoked, actually. I don't know how to feel. Like, we've been trying to do it for a couple of years now and finally got through, so I'm definitely stoked.
Marcus Well puts it all together to take out the men's gold medal, while Tora Bright on her local mountain takes out the women's gold.
Woke up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody pure and full, singing, this is my message to you.
On course.
No pressure format, you know, if you wipe, you just get up, do it again. You know, everyone's thriving on each other, no one really cares, and you know, we're just here to have fun and give everyone a little bit of a show.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's good. Like, it's perfect spring conditions today. You got to get your speed dial between the airs, but other than that, it's a nice course.
Going the wrong way!
The guys have said that you actually have to wash off a little bit of speed because they're landing flat. Are you finding that same deal happening?
Yeah, after the first one, you got to put like a few little turns in, but you can't wash too much off, or else you land up top. That doesn't tickle either.
particular that's sort of impressing you, pushing a bit harder?
Yeah, there's some old man like Josh Lubeck that throwing a couple of his old tricks and all that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some guys pulling out some big tricks. Skinner's just ripping it up as usual. Lobeck's pulling some big stuff from the States.
Skinner's busting some cool tricks, and Chris Booth, who's so young, it makes me sick.
Oh yeah, the Perisher boys, you know, Woody, Boothie and Skinner.
Probably, I guess, little Boothie because he's so young and he's ripping it up.
Ben Murphy's doing a thing called a switch kangaroo off the top jump, which is pretty incredible. I don't know really what it is, but it looks so cool.
I haven't really seen anyone do it before. It's basically you come in switch, look over this shoulder, look over your opposite shoulder the way you spin, hit the jump, spin over, separate Misty, and then go straight into a front with a cross.
Let's hear it for the champions there at the men's slopestyle.
In next week's session, we're ripping down the mountain with all the action from a ski across. Check out a day in the life of freerider Nick Gregory and X-Ray, one of the madmen of mountain biking, Andrew Mills.